Envy. It's a silent destroyer that creeps into hearts, often unnoticed, but its effects are powerful and dangerous. In Islam, envy, hasad, isn't just a harmful emotion. It's a spiritual disease that can consume your good deeds, poison relationships, and even cause unseen harm through the evil eye. The scariest part? It can come from anyone, even those closest to you, and it can also take root in your own heart if left unchecked. The Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, warned us about the dangers of envy and taught us practical ways to protect ourselves from its harm. But how do you safeguard yourself from something you can't always see? And how do you cleanse your heart if you feel envious of others? In this video, we'll explore the hidden dangers of envy and reveal the powerful teachings of Islam that can shield you from its destructive effects, both from others and within yourself. 1. Understanding envy, hasad in Islam. In Islam, envy, hasad, is a harmful emotion where a person wishes for the removal of someone else's blessings. It goes beyond mere jealousy. It reflects a heart that is not content with what Allah has decreed. This spiritual disease can creep into the heart subtly, affecting one's relationship with others and weakening their connection to Allah. Unlike admiration, which may inspire positive actions, envy leads to resentment and ill will. The Qur'an addresses the dangers of envy directly. In Surah Al-Falaq, 113 verse 5, Allah commands believers to seek refuge from the evil of the envier when he envies. This shows that envy is not just a private feeling. It can manifest harm to both the envier and the one being envied. The envious person is often trapped in a cycle of dissatisfaction, while the victim may suffer from the effects of the evil eye, ayn, a real phenomenon acknowledged in Islam. The root cause of envy stems from a lack of trust in Allah's wisdom and justice. When a person envies, they question why others have been granted specific blessings. Islam teaches that every blessing comes from Allah's perfect knowledge, and no one receives more or less than what is decreed for them. Recognizing this helps believers combat envy by focusing on gratitude and submission to Allah's will. By understanding the seriousness of envy, Muslims are encouraged to guard their hearts and actively seek spiritual protection. 2. The hidden dangers of envy. Envy is not just an internal emotion. It carries serious consequences that affect both the envier and the one being envied. One of the most dangerous aspects of envy is how it corrupts the heart. When a person is consumed by envy, it breeds feelings of bitterness, hatred, and discontent. This negativity not only disrupts their peace of mind, but also distances them from the remembrance of Allah. Over time, envy can weaken a person's faith, iman, because it reflects dissatisfaction with Allah's decisions and wisdom. Another hidden danger of envy is its ability to destroy relationships. When envy goes unchecked, it can lead to backbiting, slander, and other sinful behaviors. It creates division within families, friendships, and communities by fostering rivalry and resentment. This is why the Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, warned against envy, as it has the power to consume good deeds, much like fire devours dry wood. A particularly serious consequence of envy in Islam is the effect of the evil eye, ayn. The evil eye is a real spiritual harm, caused by the envious or admiring gaze of others. It can lead to physical, emotional, or material difficulties. The Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, said, "The evil eye is real, and if anything were to overtake the divine decree, it would be the evil eye." Muslim. This highlights how envy can manifest in unseen ways, causing harm beyond what is visible. Recognizing these dangers emphasizes the importance of protecting oneself from envy and seeking Allah's refuge regularly. 3. Islamic remedies to protect yourself from envy. Islam provides powerful remedies to protect yourself from the harm of envy. One of the most effective methods is regularly seeking refuge in Allah through specific verses of the Qur'an. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught us to recite Surah Al-Falaq and Surah An-Nas every morning and evening. These chapters specifically ask for Allah's protection from the harm of the envier and other unseen dangers. Consistently reciting these surahs creates a spiritual shield, safeguarding you from the effects of envy and the evil eye. Another important remedy is performing ruqyah, which involves reciting Quranic verses and supplications for healing and protection. The Prophet ﷺ regularly performed ruqyah for himself and his companions. You can recite verses such as Ayat al-Kursi, Surah Al-Baqarah 255, and the last two ayahs of Surah Al-Baqarah before sleeping, as they offer strong spiritual defense. This practice is a reminder that true protection comes only from Allah. Maintaining a heart full of gratitude also serves as a shield against envy. By constantly reflecting on your blessings and trusting Allah's wisdom, you protect yourself from becoming vulnerable to the effects of others' envy. Additionally, regularly engaging in dhikr, remembrance of Allah, and seeking forgiveness strengthens your connection with Allah and increases His protection. Lastly, avoid displaying your blessings openly when unnecessary. The Prophet ﷺ advised us to keep certain matters private to prevent envy. By practicing these remedies consistently, you not only protect yourself from harm, but also strengthen your faith and reliance on Allah. 4. How to overcome envy. Within yourself, Islam not only teaches us how to protect ourselves from the envy of others, but also emphasizes the importance of removing envy from our own hearts. One of the first steps to overcoming envy is to recognize that all blessings come from Allah's divine decree, qadr. Every person receives what Allah has written for them, and no amount of envy can change that. By accepting this truth, you develop contentment and trust in Allah's wisdom. When you understand that Allah's provision is perfectly measured, it becomes easier to let go of resentment toward others. Another powerful way to combat envy is through sincere dua. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ encouraged us to make dua for those whom we feel envious of. When you ask Allah to bless and increase the person you envy, it purifies your heart and softens negative feelings. This act of humility not only reduces envy, but also invites barakah, blessings, into your own life. The more you wish good for others, the more goodness Allah will grant you in return. Practicing shana, contentment, is also essential. Focus on the unique blessings in your own life instead of comparing yourself to others. Regularly reflecting on what you have and thanking Allah for it shifts your mindset from envy to gratitude. Finally, surround yourself with positive influences and avoid environments that promote competition and jealousy. By nurturing a heart full of gratitude, humility, and faith, you can overcome envy and live a more peaceful and spiritually fulfilling life. Envy is a silent but powerful force that can harm both the heart and the soul. Islam provides us with clear guidance to protect ourselves through regular recitation of protective surahs, sincere dua, and cultivating gratitude. By trusting Allah's wisdom and focusing on your blessings, you can shield yourself from envy and purify your heart. If you found this reminder beneficial, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Pure Deen for more Islamic insights. Comment below with this beautiful prayer. May Allah protect me and grant me a heart full of contentment and peace.